Well, earlier this year, I was introduced to cold brew coffee. It tasted remarkably very good. Going to my local coffee establishments, sometimes when you drink those strong coffee brews, the hot coffee that is, they have a tendency of having a strong aftertaste or even acidic tasting. But when I tasted the cold brew version of it, it's very smooth and you don't have that aftertaste in your mouth. So I was saying, well, I got my assortment of coffee machines, and all hot coffee machines. I says, well, let's try a cold brew machine. So we picked up this Kitchenaid one. We liked it because it's compact. It's about 6 inches by 6 inches by 7 inches tall. It's made heavy duty. You can see it's glass, stainless steel. It's typical Kitchenaid quality, so there's no worries there. And then they have an interesting brewing philosophy. Let me show you how it's made. We got the lid, stainless steel. We got the cover here that comes off. Here's your strainer for the coffee machine. It's tiny perforated holes. And then you can see the fill line over here. This lid comes off. This is the advertisement. But as you can see on the bottom of this, it's got little ridges in the glass itself, and that keeps the sediment down below the drip area, so you won't get a cloudy or sediment filled coffee drink from this machine. You just spout, turn it on and off, and then the bottom allows you to take it apart so you could clean out the spout mechanism. And this is a pretty heavy duty unit. It's compact enough though. It according to Kitchenaid, it makes about 16 strong shots of coffee. So you can get, depends on how strong you want it, you can get at least 16 cups out of this, possibly more if you don't want it that strong. The coffee that we use is Costco. It's actually roasted by Starbucks for Costco. So it's a good tasting coffee, and actually it's about $10 for this 2-pound bag of coffee beans. So you could divide, we'll probably use half of this bag to make the cold brew. And these cold brews, like I said, is concentrated. So it's you have to dilute it with either water, milk, ice, crushed ice, and then to make your cold brew. This is the machine that we're going to use. It's a Kitchenaid coffee grinder, and they suggest you set at 3, which is the coarsest grind. All right, the grind has finished, and we got up to the fill line. Coarse ground coffee that goes into the brew machine. Now, the difference between a cold brew and a hot brew actually is we're just using cold water it's gonna sit between 12 to 24 hours. Either inside the refrigerator or out on the counter space, and then your cold brew is ready. Hot coffee, that's basically made in a regular coffee machine, and then when you order iced coffee, they just basically take that hot coffee and pour it over ice. So this is 2 different technology. A lot of people may get confused between cold brew and iced coffee. You go to a restaurant and they have both options available. Cold brew is what we're doing right now. That's going to get rid of your acidic taste and all that. And we're going to make a concentrated version of it. Now they say just to put in 34 ounces of water. Okay. Just swirl it around in a circular motion. Oops. Make sure the spout is off naturally. And once you pour it in, you just give it a minute or so to let the coffee itself settle in, and they call it blooming. You can see though it's filling up slowly. Now, after you do the predetermined amount of time to let the coffee itself bloom, then you're supposed to put in another 8 ounces of coffee, 8 ounces of water on top of it to fill it up completely. Right now, the beans I can see is still blooming up yet. And then, basically, once this thing rises up to that point, you see what's hitting the level meter there. Then you just add the rest of the water. Now, if you have any dry coffee on top, you just take a spoon and just press it down into the water. So now you got like a slushy slurry up here. And then that's basically it. Put your lid on it. And pretty all set. You can see it's starting to brew right now. You can leave it on the counter space, like I said, or you could just put it inside your refrigerator so that when it's all set to go 12 hours from now, basically it's already nice and cold. And you can see it fits in the, just move this out of the way, you can see it fits inside the refrigerator just fine. We'll give it 12 hours and then we'll come back and see what the results are. Okay, here's what it looks like after about 22 hours. You see how nice and dark it is. And right now what I'm doing is that I pulled out the strainer, because it's through steeping. And I'm just letting it drain. The strainer just rests on the side like that. And you do what they say about 5 minutes, so a couple of minutes on the right, and then what I'll do is that I'll move the strainer over so that you move it over to the other side, so you have most of your grounds will be somewhat dry. You can see the stew dripping down. And then once that's through, then we'll do a quick taste test. Like I said, you know, we use the Kirkland brand of coffee beans. That's a 2-pound bag, $10. So it takes about 9 ounces. So we're looking about a quarter of that bag, so about $2.50. If you use a Caribou brand, it'll be about double that cost, or Starbucks. But Kirkland is basically a Starbucks version. But we'll do a taste test with an actual Starbucks cold brew versus the one we just made.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to show you the finished product. Over here we have the Starbucks blonde roast. So it's going to be a lighter roast. This is the color. This is our cold brew. You can see it's concentrated. It's been here for like 22 hours. We did some drinking already on it. So this is the concentrate. And you have to dilute it. So they suggest 3 to 1. So this is after it's been diluted. Just pour it into the cup here. Okay, color-wise, the Starbucks is quite a bit darker. This is a medium roast, Kirkland brand. This is the Starbucks blonde roast, which is the lighter roast. From what I could tell, from the Kitchenaid Cold Brew, there's no cloudiness
nothing floating around in it, so it's pretty good. There's no sediments, so it looks like it came out pretty good. Let me just taste it. Yeah, Starbucks is smooth. This is the Kitchenaid version. Kitchenaid is got a little strong, although the color is deceiving. The Kitchenaid, being a medium roast, has got a little more stronger taste than the blonde roast of the Starbucks. So it's basically very smooth tasting. There's no aftertaste, nothing acidic. So they're both very comparable as far as the smoothness of the brew itself. Being cold brew, you could put ice in it, milk in it, or you could even heat it up in the microwave because the cold brew, it's a very very clean taste. So when you heat it up in the microwave, you're going to have hot coffee without all that bitter acidic taste or aftertaste that's in your mouth. So for Kitchenaid, like I said, we use a Kirkland brand. It costs $10 for 2 pounds. We use about 9 ounces of the beans. So that's going to be about $2.50, and you can get between 16 to 20 cups. Starbucks runs about $4 at the grocery store, and it's 48 ounces. It's already diluted, so you just drink it straight. So that's about it. It's a pretty good comparison. The Kitchenaid is going to save you quite a bit of money if you're going to go out versus going out to a Starbucks and buying a cold brew. And that's about it. I'm satisfied the way it turned out. Coffee has got nice taste to it. No aftertaste, no sediments floating around it. So the Kitchenaid did a good job.